the next one. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Salute to everybody. As we set up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let's go. Yeah. Mama. There go that man again. Prize fighter continue to swing even when he's down. One way or another is my saying. Yeah. Shout out to all of the haters. I know some people said no moral victories. Yeah. It was crazy. It is what it is at this point in time and reasonings. As we set up, I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. The name is Law Nation. We do post-game sports talk over here. I'm still feeling good about this team. The Super Bowl is not won nor lost in week 1. Come on. Almost there. If you didn't like that game today, you must be out your goddamn mind. Come on. It is what it is, man. Oh, my goodness. How long I should keep this crow up here, man? You know, this damn crow. I got tired of seeing the crow. Get back, crow. Oh, my gosh, man. Here the crow go. He want to move around now and want to get it all in my face and things like that. But and that's okay. Yeah, the push off was crazy, Smith. Yeah, this dang on crow. This thing, this is how it goes. Get back. Don't have me tell this crow to lean forward a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is at this point. There's nothing we can do about it but just cry me a river. Nobody want to be listening to that sorrows and things like that. Some of the things could have been avoided. You know, I'm going to call it just like it is, a spade a spade. Some of those things could have been avoided. How, Law? Well, the chances and opportunity to bring in competition all off season, but you had your punt kicker, Hunter Nusswinder, or however you say that man's name, as the competition. So you didn't have fair and reasonable competition. So that gave in cronyism, nepotism, and favoritism, and all of the isms for your kicker, and that's why. And then of course he didn't do anything all, and I mean just that, all off season anyway. He was on the IR, what have you, as far as the training camp, and lo and behold, just like this game, it's about preparation and opportunity. And I was telling people, you got to prepare yourself all the time. Somebody get this crow off this screen, man. Get back, crow. Get. You know, I want Peter to be coming after me. But Shout out to everybody that's joining in. The Cowboys start off the 2021 season 0-1. Now, in my prediction when we was doing a roundtable with the NFC East, I said it would be a close game. It would be a competitive game, but the opposing team would win. Now, not saying that I'm Nostradamus over here. No, I'm not that guy. Whatever that man's name that predict the future. No, I'm not that. I'm just a guy with a good beard. But I can tell you this, though. I did have us going 13-4. I'm quite sure that a lot of people would try to crucify me right now for saying that. But this team can be such. Think about this. If CeeDee Lamb didn't have those gator arms, if all of a sudden he knew how to catch, excuse me, since everybody want to put out this and that, shout out to you, Natasha. If Kellen Moore called a better red zone threat situation when we get into the red zone, man, that would have been better, right? And if the kicker, oh my goodness, come on, kicker. Look, somebody put Orlando Scandrick. Give me Orlando Scandrick over Anthony Brown. Who want Orlando Scandrick? Let me order Orlando Scandrick. Where my menu at? Somebody put Orlando Scandrick. Can I order Orlando Scandrick, by the way? Hey, we hear you. I see you. See you out there, Mac. Appreciate you. Thank you for jumping in. All right, so you guys know how this show goes. We're going to tune in to 105 and see what they're talking about, and then we'll see how they roll from here.
Play to the ebb and flow of the football game. We got into a game tonight where they hit some big plays on us, and then we hit big plays on them with the takeaways, and we felt good about the opportunities on the perimeter, and so you have to go for it. So I mean, just the way this game is played in
Tampa
today's
Bay
NFL,
started the
the
season
spacing
0-1.
Yeah, you have to be aggressive, and I thought Kellen was very aggressive tonight.
There was contact late in that game when Godwin made that catch against Fort Lewis. From your advantage, was there too much contact from the receiver? You think it was
I didn't have a good look at it. I mean, it's football. I think when it comes down to tight plays in a game, if it's ticky-tack, I think you're better, I would have taken the call. I wouldn't have asked them to pick the flag up, but I think, holding penalties and things in clutch time. I think it's.
He's so docile, man. God, dog, he docile.
So I didn't see it. To answer your question.
You didn't see it?
Well, it tells us where we are. I mean, I think it's like any time you play. I mean, it's who you line up against, where you play. Coming in here with the weather, I was concerned coming back from California. I was really concerned coming back from California. We had the indoor practices, and because we're watching the weather down here and the heat index above 100, and frankly, we in a lot of ways I think we caught a break. I don't know what it ended up being tonight, but it wasn't as hot tonight as it was last week. So I thought our guys did a great job.
This man talking about
diligent. We got outside there for I think the last 5 practices, cranked it up in the heat, and I thought the guys fought like hell tonight. I thought it was definitely our endurance, and we were
man, he brought the pig out.
Especially, the offense I thought played with tempo throughout. I thought the defense, just the substitution patterns, getting everybody in and out. So a lot of good things will come out of tonight's contest.
Stop putting the lipstick on the pig, man. Get out the way, pig. Get out the way. Get.
I mean, this is who he is. I mean, I never thought that he couldn't have it this kind of night. I mean, if you got to remember, I mean, he's 24/7 football. He puts a tremendous amount of extra effort into this. So, I'm sure when we sit down and watch the tape, there'll be some things we can learn from and clean up. And that's what every game gives you. That's what every year gives you. And especially that's what every start of the year gives you. These early games are barometers. But at the end of the day, we came here to win. We came up a little short. But we have to learn from tonight. We need to go get that win next week in LA, because I mean, these road wins are hard to come by, and you have to get that first one. And we felt really good coming in here tonight.
Get out the way,
we really liked the way we matched up, and I thought we did a pretty good job getting through our plan and adjusting to the things they threw at us. I mean, I think he played well. I didn't see anything in a review or so forth. We had the one mistake there early on the third down, just a blocking adjustment that he was part of. But other than that, I thought he played pretty well.
You mentioned having enough confidence to try the 60-yarder.
60-yarder.
That strongly, just the thought of maybe getting Brady involved in the field, just waiting things out.
I had a lot of confidence in Greg to make the kick.
He's a nice kicker at the end, but just didn't want to do that.
We thought there's a reason why. Yep.
No.
Zeke seemed to struggle a little bit this week with all along. You concerned about his ability to run?
Not at all. I think it was more the product of how the game went as far as the looks that we had. But I wouldn't say Zeke struggled. I think that it's if you watch the game and you watch the way they were lining up front and just the opportunities we had. I mean, I don't know where we ended up offensively. We moved the ball up and down the field. So I never got to really get caught up in how it happens as long as you're moving the ball and getting shots at the end zone. We scored 29 points here, and that wasn't enough. So we need to build off of that. I thought he did some good things. It's the first time calling the game. Handling the headset and all that. So I thought he played well. I thought our guys. It's hard. It's hard flowing. It's hard flowing guys in and out, particularly at that position. And the fact that he plays linebacker and also, is coming off the edge. I mean, we're asking a lot of him, and he'll only get better from this opportunity.
All right, there is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy, and the Dallas Cowboys post-game show. Cowboys followed the Buccaneers in the opener, 31-29, with Brian Broaddus, I'm Ari Temkin. Dallas Cowboys football will continue in a moment.
Is your workplace on top of its...
Yeah, appreciate everybody. Mods, man, let's be a little generous. I see some people being blocked, but we're going to be generous today. We're not going to block all of y'all. As long as y'all don't say anything that's too egregious or what have you, or an offensive bullying and these sorts of things. I'm talking about people with 3 eyes and 3 legs or hairy legs. You know how this stuff goes. But it's crazy, baby. It's crazy out here. And shout out to all of the mods. I really appreciate you guys for stepping in and being here for these long series of episodes that we do on game day. And game day is always an important situation. Yeah, Steel Worlds, Y2 said hold this L. Yeah, we'll hold the L. I'm not going to be over here. For those who are new to the channel, my name is Law Nation. We break down the information that happened. I'm not here to be shy or coy of losing. I'm just going to call it what it is. The Cowboys lost a close game. One could be said that is decided by the aficionados, but y'all know you got to outplay them, and you also got to prove it on the field, right? So we can't be going over here crying over spilled milk. We got to look back at the situation and say, all right, how can we play better? How can my guy be in a situation whereas he don't allow the opposition to push him off and to turn around and catch the ball? Because you should know that you are not going to get any favors. There was not a lot of hold calls on the opposition, but there were hold calls down that stretch. It took us hell to get to that 3 points at the end. Y'all saw how many. Did you guys absolutely seen how many flags there was on that last series of holding? Especially the one that CeeDee Lamb caught. Flag. Every big play. CeeDee Lamb finally catches the ball, right? Catches the ball, flag. So it's one of those things whereas we're going to get this thing one way or another, but it's just how it goes. Let's see what they have here. So I can tell you right now, passing for 42 for 58 for 403 yards, 3 touchdowns is not the answer. And then Brady, 32 for 50 for 379 yards and 4 tubs and two interceptions is not the answer for them. But how they were able to win is they picked on Brown. What Brown can do for you? Oh, let me tell you what Brown can do for you. He allowed the opposition to be open all day. Opposition was way wide open. If you had Amari Cooper in your fantasy league, oh, by the way, if you had Amari Cooper and Antonio Brown, you leading. don't have Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, and Antonio Brown. Oh my goodness, you beating the hell out of some people, man, right now. Oh my goodness, you winning. But it is what it is at this point. So even if you had old boy as your flex receiver, that would have been good for you as well. Brown and Lewis have to go. I think Lewis played pretty good. I think Lewis played pretty good. He could have ran one back if he would just slow down a little bit. Just slow it down just a little bit.
License plate.
It's still on commercial break. Phone lines will be open after, and I mean just that after the game interviews from 105.3 The Fan. Shout out to them. If you guys want to listen to 105.3 The Fan, I'm going to post their link there in the description. Feel free to go there and to listen to 105.3 The Fan if you're especially in Idaho or you in New York or somewhere where they're not playing the coverage or they're not playing the Cowboys information. Just click that link and you go to 105.3 The Fan and listen to the interviews. So that's what I want to do. I want to listen to the interviews raw. I want to get that vibe, and then we'll open up the phone lines. But this is how this thing goes. Our defense, we looking right at it. 2 areas where we need to improve on. The front interior pressure and Anthony Brown. I even saw Jalen Smith come down and field, right? Even though he was a little tick late. I even saw number 55 coming off the edge, making a play. Great effort. Yeah, like somebody said over there. This wasn't there last year, right? I seen J-Ron Curse coming down and field. I said, oh, yeah. And 18 made a play. DeMonte KZ, both of our safeties made a play. Don't y'all know how deep and big that is? Come on. Shout out to all the notification squad. Appreciate you guys. Who we got over here? Philly Fan D. Want Dallas to beat Tampa fakes fans. Yeah. Tom Brady handshake. Yeah. You got a lot of fake fans over there. Yeah, they're still on commercial break. Yeah. Appreciate you, Philly Fan D. Thank you so much. Y'all be sure to check out his content and his page if he does a lot of content over there. Killer Moore plays called,
Wanted Dallas to beat Tampa fakes fans and Tony Brady baby handshake when he loses. Kellen Moore play calls cost you the game.
That's a good observation there.
I normally do 11 months ago, so no, I feel like I'm a better player than I was when I left the field, and I told y'all that was the expectations I had for myself, and I'll continue to try to get better game in and game out.
This is Dak Prescott talking right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got hit the first drive or so. Getting hit as I was made a pass, and after that, it was a wrap. I mean, I didn't, as I said, it was one of those things I wasn't going to think about anticipating that first hit or that moment. But once I did, I knew I was fine, and it felt good to run it a couple of times and obviously get down and just know that, I'm fully healthy. And as I said, I'm the player that I expected to be.
Mike has a different offensive philosophy than Jason did in my play for him. You were one first team early in your career. Now you're habitually throwing it 50 times a game. Can you win?
Man, y'all talk up.
We had a chance to win that game right there. Obviously, you want to run the ball more. You want to be balanced. But the pass was working for us. And so that's just the way that the game played out. And we've got the talent on offense and the talent on around the board to be able to do that. So we're going to come in each and every game with a plan to be balanced. And if we have to get heavy one way or another, I'm sure we will.
That's my saying, one way or another, baby.
Run the ball a lot more than tonight, or we plan to. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of trust. I've got a lot of trust in myself in making those throws, but more importantly, those guys going and making those contested catches or just being where they need to be, that I can anticipate these throws and let them go. And that's the time that we've put in from the offseason to the last couple of weeks when I've been able to get back to throwing. And they're just talented guys. I know they're going to make the separation and create it, and that gives me a little bit of comfort in just throwing in and trust them as well.
Do you know who's going to be a challenge the longest to come together?
One more time.
Red zone offense, is that the longest thing it takes to come together?
Yeah, I mean, we've got to be better at it. Point blank period. We've got to be better. We can't settle for field goals, and we got to score touchdowns, especially with the talent we have, whether it's running or throwing. We've got to find a way. We've got to create some scheme, a little bit more scheme, and we'll go out there and execute better as well. We left some plays out there A throw that I feel like I could have made a better throw in the 7, giving CD a chance, and a couple of more plays. I'm sure Zeke wants that one-on-one back with the guy on that run. So, I mean, there's opportunities. Obviously, rolling to my right, I feel like I could have got it to Zeke a little bit faster if I bounced back quicker. So there's plays that we left out there that could have resulted in touchdowns. And it's game 1. It's a long season. But we've got to make sure that we get better from this one and allow this to be to propel us.
What did you learn about your team? You know it's going to be a challenge going to defend the Super Bowl champion. What did y'all learn about yourself?
Yeah, we're going to fight. We're going to fight both sides of the ball. We played complementary football better than we have in my time here. Those guys, as I said, we didn't convert in the red zone. You turn around and one play later, they have an interception or they got a fumble or whatever it was. They're stepping up and we're playing together. And that's the great part about it. The energy on the sideline never was down. We're trusting and believing in one another, make plays. We're holding each other accountable. And we're going to do that as the year goes on. And this is just the beginning. So proud of the way that we fought, proud of the way that we played, and just we came up short.
Did you need any injury in your hand?
No, it was just bleeding, one of those things. A little skin comes off and it wouldn't stop bleeding, and I was just trying to hide it. Sometimes the refs take you out, obviously, if they see blood like that. So I was just trying to, make it through that. No, they just did some, I don't know, Dometic stuff with some, glue or something. I don't know.
What did you say that the time after the game people are debating if you said we'll see you next year or we'll see you again or we'll see you in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think I told everybody we'd see him again. And that's just the confidence that I have in this group. And the expectations I have is this is a playoff team that's going to make a big push this year. And we've got to continue to get better, and we'll make a step from tonight. We'll find a way to get better tomorrow. And that's the process. We're going to stick to it. And we've got a good team and good men. And, I'm excited about this season.
All right, that's Dak Prescott, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, who was incredible in this game.
No doubt, no doubt.
The game was put in his hands, and he did not disappoint. 42 of 58 for 403 yards and 3 touchdowns. Did throw a pick in this one off the fingertips of CeeDee Lamb. The post-game show is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, a store with top brands like Adidas, Shimano.
Shout out to Academy Sports. Shout out to the D-Game Day as well.
.com. Bobby Belt, our friend, tweeted, Buccaneers are the first team in NFL history to lose the turnover margin by at least 3, incur 100 penalty yards, allow 450 yards, and still win the game.
Wow.
That's not going to make you feel any better. And by the way, the win percentage of the NFL when you're +3 in turnover margin is about 90%.
Wow. Did you figure out, too, what happened on the analytics? Because I was interested about that. I didn't feel like they needed to kick the field goal there, especially playing against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers.
Right. So we were talking about this, the first drive coming out of halftime.
Right.
Cowboys go right down the field. A drive that went.
I need a 2-pick one.
What was it? 13 plays, 70-some-odd yards. They ended up kicking a field goal from the 3-yard line. According to Ben Baldwin, the win probability if you go for it is 24%. The win probability if you kick a field goal is 20%.
So only 4% then for the analytics folks on a win, on a go for that thing. Okay.
However, if you go for it and succeed,
yes,
your winning percentage is 38.
Wow.
Okay.
And if you kick the field goal and succeed, still at 20%.
So then, okay, so it's actually 18% if you're successful.
If you're successful. The Cowboys felt good about going from 3 yards out.
Get that crow out the way,
almost twice as much of a win probability.
Yeah, I'd run my best 2-point play. And maybe their best 2-point play was the option where Jarwin couldn't make the block. Maybe that was one of their 2-point plays.
They had a bunch of really creative plays and play calling and play design. I thought Kellen Moore was fantastic in this game. The first couple of drives, we saw so many different play action, and
he made him defend the whole field. Sideline to sideline, you saw the quick screens and stuff like that. He was trying to get the ball out because, again, he knew his offensive line situation.
Right.
I'll tell you what, his offensive line was not bad tonight when it came to the only real chance they had tonight of winning this game was throwing the football. And I agree with what Dak was talking about and Mike McCarthy. Sometimes you get in the flow of the game and you just have to take advantage. The Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles one time. I remember the cornerback situation was awful. It was an overtime game where Amari Cooper, that Dak went straight down the field. They scored a touchdown. But sometimes you just have to throw. Running the ball is not going to get you anywhere. I will say, though, there was a couple of these drives that especially in the second half, they had that 3-and-out that was really, really bad. Right
after getting a stop.
Yeah, right after they got a stop, they go for the 3-and-out, and I'm like, man, that's killer right there.
There's about 11 minutes left in the ball game at that point.
Yeah, it was. It was
3-and-out.
They go 3-and-out because they had some really good drives. They had drives with 9 plays. They had a 7-play drive where they had the touchdown. A 7-play drive where they missed the field goal. They had a 13-play drive where they kicked a field goal. They had a 10-play drive on the touchdown. And then, like I said, they had that one situation right after they had gotten the interception where they only ran the 1 play.
Fact.
And it was the next drive after that the one that they really, really needed. It was the one that they actually scored. It was 10 plays, 75 yards. So if they would have found a way, I felt like they had Tampa's defense on the ropes a little bit.
They did, yeah.
With the way that they were playing, how they were able to convert. Amari Cooper was making third down catches along the way. I felt like okay, this is, if they could get a 3-and-out, which they did, and then find a way to put more
pressure on that defense. That could have been the difference of the game. And
but
what
then
did they do?
They threw the interception. Yeah,
they threw the interception.
Yeah, and again, I want to impress this. The 4th and 3 from the Tampa Bay 3. If you go for it and succeed, your win probability is 38%. If you kick the field goal, it's 20%. If you go for it and fail, your win probability is 15%.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a negligible difference there, right?
Absolutely.
Fail or kick the field goal. 20% win percentage, win probability. If you kick the field goal and get it, and if you don't get it from 4th and 3 of the 3, it's only a 5% difference.
Yeah.
And it's nearly double if you get
talking about some stuff over here.
These are the kinds of decision that individually you have. If you continually make the right probable decisions for probability over the course of the season, it adds up to more points. Problem is when you're inconsistent in terms of when you use probability. Then you're not going to be able to count on those extra points over the course of the season.
Yeah.
Plenty more on this to come up, including Brad Sham joins us. The postgame show is brought to you by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys. It's Miller time. You're listening to the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
When you did it.
Yeah, good stuff from them. Let me see if I can slow down the chat a little bit. We got a lot of people here. I'm trying to figure that out, Sadiq. Well, I appreciate you so much for that. Let's pay some bills over here. Shout out to all of the people that made the donations.
Questions for the Buccaneers.
Shout out to you, David. Thank you for that. Question for the Buccaneers. Hey, they did it. They won their first game, their season opener. Shout out to them. They get a cookie. Shout out to you, David, for that donation there, by the way. Appreciate those who making the donation to help elevate this thing. My thing is, my thoughts on what Dak Prescott had to say. We will see them again. Let the AI speak on this.
We got some warts, but we also have potential. Emo, we should have won. Probably should have gone for it 4th and goal. Especially after Limpleg missed an extra point. Greg and Brown really let me down.
That they did.
Special teams cost us. Bucks kept gaining yard on punts and those field goals hurt. CD dropped great passes. Our future looks bright though. We also got to start closing games in the 2 minutes.
Jay Versick, you're right. 2 of the drives that I wish that they scored a touchdown on, of course, that last one, we needed a touchdown on that one. And shout out to you for the stars, Morris. Appreciate you, Jackson, for making those stars there on the Facebook. One of the things, let the AI
Why
speak.
did we cut Kai Forbath, WDH man?
Kai Forbath. Because he needed to take a bath, man. Kai Forbath, he would have missed all of the short kicks anyway, and he would have made the long ones, right? If that was the Kai Forbath problem, like he would make the long kicks but miss the short kicks, was that the situation? Maybe we need a dual kicking situation. Another thing that I wanted people to point to what Dak Prescott said in his interview. That play that he threw the ball to Ezekiel Elliott when he was rolling out, he had him. He had to just release that ball quicker, and that would have been a touchdown. That would have been a flat-out touchdown. But I think that there are a little rust in Dak Prescott, but outside of everything, man, oh man, shout out to you, Randy Miller, for 100 stars, man, appreciate you. But give it time. This was only the first game, and I know that they'll go back to the drawing board. And the good thing is they don't play any other linebacker crew like this one. Those linebackers, boys, 45 and 54, oh my gosh. And the safety was pretty good too. Their DBs was just suspect. That's why we were able to see all of those yards down the line. But we're gonna have to work on some things. It's not over with yet. I was telling a lot of people that when you pay attention to how this team was operating and working as it relates to the movement of the ball, but they just got to be able to punch it in when they get into the red zone. I said that, and lo and behold, we've seen the same issues over and over again with the red zone with Kellen Moore. They're going to have to figure out ways. But one of those plays was good with the Ezekiel Elliott, but outside of that, man, they're going to have to work on those things. For real, for real. Dak destroyed their secondary. Yeah, 400 yards. Shoot. How many tubs he had again? Let me see how many tubs he had. Shoot. 3 tubs? Shoot. That was good stuff. Across the middle, still weak. I feel you. Are you talking about the front?
The real deal. Believe in him. 915 baby. El Paso TX.
Yeah, I love it. I love it when y'all put down where you're from. El Paso, yeah. Yeah, they're still on commercial break. Salute to you. John, appreciate you. Zeke got to give. The thing is with Ezekiel Elliott, he always start off slow, don't he? Oh, that brother always start off slow. Hopefully, week 3, you see the Ezekiel Elliott that we want to see. Week 3. Father Time. The game had you hype. Yeah. Football is back. Yeah. Let the AI speak on it.
This game had me hype. Football is back, baby.
Yeah. It's just these guys right here. Get out the way, ref. Get out the way. Appreciate everybody for making the donation to help elevate the nation.
Pizza.
They're still on commercial break. Come on off that commercial break. Stop making that money over there. Let us listen to some of these players. Great performance. Sad we lost. I said it was going to be a close game. I want these guys to compete. We just think it would have been even sweeter, man. You know that stuff that Kwame Brown talking about, mama's cooking? Man, it would have been the mama's cooking if we got the win, though.
Percentages go out the window when your kicker is missing easy field goals. Hot take, I believe we should have gone for it on 4th. Too much time for Tom.
Yeah. 4-3-4. Or hear me out, 4-3-4. Appreciate you for the donation. And that's Coach 4-3-4 Coach. If they knew they was going to kick the ball, run the rock when you get on your side of the coin, right? On your side of the 50. Run that thing. Lil Wolf, appreciate you. Lil Wolf.
Beat a lot of teams and not nearly well enough to beat this team on the road in a game like this. You can't miss those kicks.
Mm-hmm.
You can't give up 2 long kickoff returns and give Tom Brady a half a field. You can't drop passes. You can't have untimely penalties, although Tampa certainly had their share of penalties and more than the Cowboys. And you know, there are some areas where the Cowboys aren't as good as the Buccaneers, but they played well enough to win most games. I think I've long
in this area they're not good.
To do in team sports is learn how to win, and this team is going to have to learn how to win. And they don't, you know, CeeDee Lamb doesn't drop a ball, and Prescott missed about 4 throws, and they had to be nearly perfect to win this game, and they weren't anywhere close to that, and they still almost won. So I would be encouraged, and there's certainly a lot of coaching points.
Some popcorn to this one.
Brad, when you saw though that Brady had 124 left in the game, did you know in your gut? Did you? I mean, and I know you just said it when you opened the statement, and you've seen enough of these, and I'm not just talking about Tom Brady. I'm just talking about in general. You know the ebb and flow of games and how things work out, and you know you had a couple of opportunities. You made some stops along the way. Heck, you get a 3 and out, and then what do? You throw an interception right back to him.
Facts.
You know,
I actually thought, Brian, when there was, and I might have said this when there was 4, I think it was 420 something left, and they were down. I guess they were down 2, and they had the ball at about their own 10,
Run.
something like that.
Right.
I thought, if you can milk this clock, they've got all their timeouts,
Yes, sir.
which they didn't wind up with.
Yes, sir.
But you can move the ball, and you don't have to go 90 yards if you approach the clock the right way. You
There
can
you go,
take
Brad.
this down to the 30 or 25-yard line, take the field goal, win the game at the end of the clock. So they weren't able to do that, but when they then made a couple of big plays and took the lead, that was great. But, I don't know if you remember this game, but there was one, I don't remember what year it was, but Romo was the quarterback, and he hadn't been the starter for very long, and they went up to Foxborough, and they took the lead with, I don't know, a minute and something left.
Yes, yeah.
Not very much.
Right.
And Brady just said, okay, well, let's go. Let's go down the field and win the game. And that's what he does. So when you give Tom Brady the ball with 3 timeouts or 1 timeout or whatever you had with a minute and 24 seconds, and he only needs a field goal to win, I'd have been shocked at that point if they had won the game, because I've just seen it before.
Coaching.
Brad, defensively, do you think we learned much about this football team based on questions we had this offseason about how this defense could perform?
Yeah, I think it's dangerous to overreact because that's a pretty good team they're playing. So not everybody's going to be that good. Everybody's got some good players. Not everybody's got quite what Tampa Bay has.
Right.
So, like, you could look at the early stages of the game, and you could say, well, Anthony Brown is not the guy you want on the other corner. Because he had one really bad series where Antonio Brown beat him a couple of times.
Yeah.
Okay, but guess what? He's the best you got right now.
Right.
But he is good enough to keep you in a lot of games. I'm very anxious. Not anxious. I'm very interested to look at the.
He's good
tape
enough to
when
keep
I
you
get
in the
it
games.
tomorrow to see if the pass rush that they got might have been enough to disrupt a lot of people not named Brady.
I love Brad Sham, but come on,
I think they got a
man.
decent rush some of the times, and he got lucky on that one ball, that duck that he threw up to where Fournette jumped Parsons.
Yeah, I never
That's
believed
not
Fournette would ever
pig.
catch a ball like that.
Exactly. And so a lot of other quarterbacks are going to get that ball intercepted. Brady doesn't get it intercepted. I think, Ari, to try to answer your question, that what we learned about them is that they really will play hard. It was hard to play defense tonight because it was so humid, and those muscles were cramping up. The thing that's a shame is that you got 4 takeaways. You were good enough at making them punt that you had, I don't know if it wound up that way, but you had at one point a huge disparity in the number of plays. I mean, it was like 63 to 37 at one point. So, you've run what, 25 more plays, almost 30 more plays. You've won the turnover battle, and you're losing the game. So that speaks not so much to me about the defense. It speaks to red zone offense and special teams. I mean, I think the defense is going to get better. They're missing a couple of key pieces.
Yeah.
They'll get Gallimore back in 3 weeks or so, and maybe Joseph will make them a little better. Who knows? But Parsons can't do anything but get better, and they got to figure out about the best way to use the linebackers. But I thought those
Linebackers
played
great.
fairly well. That's just
Send
an
them 30, gotta
exceptional
go.
team they're playing. So we got to see a little bit more to see if the results won't improve. But I do think the effort was good enough to win most games.
Very good point. Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys. Brad, appreciate your time. We'll talk to you next week, buddy. Thank you.
Okay, guys, have a good night. Thanks.
You too. Safe travels.
Shame.
The postgame show is brought to you by Geico. Great.
Shame. Shame.
How Brad gonna come on here and spit this out of his mouth about it was humid and it was hot? Can you guys give me the average heat index of Dallas, Texas, and where the Cowboys play?
Shame.
Oh my gosh, man.
Shame.
I would never tell Brad to lean forward a
Shame.
little bit. He's an icon. But my thing is, ain't no way that you can say that Anthony, I get burnt Brown can keep you in the game. Ain't no.
Shame. Shame.
Oh my gosh.
Shame.
Man. Brad, come on, Brad. No, Brad. No, Brad. Oh my gosh. Come on, Brad. Let the AI speak. Oh, Lil Wolf, appreciate you so much for your donation. I thought you had a comment, but appreciate you.
We had 2 crucial turnovers in the first half, fumble and an interception. We only scored 3 points off of them. That was ultimately the reason we lost.
Man, who put all that good nugget there? Who said that? You know, who said that? That's a good nugget right there. Is it Maserati? Maserati, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let me just play that one again, Maserati. Oh, Maserati, you put that one right there on it. Yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did.
Vita Vale was a beast, but our O-line actually looked okay tonight.
Yeah. O-line did look okay. Appreciate you, Christian74.
We had 2 crucial turnovers in the first half.
Listen to Maserati.
Fumble and an interception. We only scored 3 points off of them. That was ultimately the reason we lost.
Yeah.
Including
so the average heat index, as somebody put it out there, was anywhere from 90 to 106 degrees. I think that the internet back up now. Let me see. Had a snafu with my internet. Let's see if we back up now. Yeah. But still, let's see if we get this internet going back up again. Let me know if I'm live, Cowboy Nation. Y'all back with me? Yeah, my internet went down over here.
Shouldn't you?
Yeah, y'all back with me? We back. In the snafu with my internet. I forgot I got an update at 12 here on my computer, and the internet went away. So it should be back up on some of these platforms. Let me double check with everything. Give me a few seconds while we set this up. Yeah. There, I'm live. It might be 2 streams on my Facebook, though, because sometimes they'll kick that off altogether. But it is what it is at this point. But still, for Brad Sham.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah, we back at it. Appreciate everybody that's watching. Let me get this right set. I'm still setting it up, building the plane while it's in the air. It's still all good. Yeah. That was Jerry. That was Brad Sham. He reached out and said, "Turn this thing off." But still, shout out to the internet people over here, man. Appreciate you guys for holding it down. Give me 1 second while I fix everything up over here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We still here. We're still live. Like, no, don't call him Brad Sham. No, he's too much of a legend for that. You know, it was just like
finish him.
The offensive PI at the end. Yeah, that was extremely shame. It's still on commercial break right here. Really appreciate everybody for jumping in. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Yeah. Let's go. Here we go. We can blame Zerline all day, but Brown being beat lost us the game. You right. Let me see if we got this one going. Yeah. You're right.
Black Center.
Damn, this long ass commercial. Yeah. Anthony
We can
Silla.
blame Zerline all day, but Brown being beat lost the game.
Facts. Coach Marv, appreciate you. What the hell is that noise coming from? Oh, here it is right here. I thought I said Candyman 5 times. I said, oh, Lord, I saw a bee up in here, man. If y'all see Candyman walking behind me, man, y'all let me know. Who saw that movie, by the way?
All right, let's try Ron in Cedar Hill. Go ahead, Ron. You're on the
Cedar
Dallas
Hill.
Cowboys Radio Network.
Yes, sir. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Offensive had more yards
you guys
lost
brought up a
turnovers
lot.
than TB. Defensive played even with TB defensive. Lost special teams by 7 points. game loss facts.
Facts, Coach. Man, Coach Marv, you right on the money. You right with it. I believe you can be a better coach out there on the field for those boys than what we exhibit and exude today.
Even if we would have got Patrick Surtain Jr., I mean, Antonio Brown would have beat him on that route anyway. The second half, the defense, they stood up. They made great plays. We got 4 turnovers, things that avoided us all last year until, week 9? So I was thoroughly impressed with the performance, and then I heard you guys bring up analytics. Well, sometimes common sense beats out analytics. So at 4th and 3, I'm not going to take all the hard work that my offense and or my defense has done to play complementary football to go for it on the 4th and 3 when we have opportunity to put points on the board and we're standing toe-to-toe with the heavyweight champions of the world. So
Shame.
I was thoroughly impressed with today's game. I think we have a lot to build on, and as anything, if you know anything about education, this was a baseline.
This dude said that if we had Patrick Surtain, he would have got burned just like Anthony Brown. Let me just play this one more time.
Shame.
I don't care who the caller is.
Shame.
I understand analytics, but if you tell me I have a 38% better chance of winning a game if I do something as opposed to
nuts.
A 20% chance of winning, I don't know. I like going to Vegas. I like odds.
Nutty.
I'm not a huge gambler. Love horse racing stuff like that.
Appreciate
y'all
too.
But if you tell
right
me
here.
I have a better chance of winning or winning my bet because
Appreciate
of this,
y'all too.
then I'm going to absolutely do it. And let's be honest. You talk about the defense at the end. You could be encouraged.
Hey, it's reconnected now, man. I saw what was going on. I had